Looking for photography tips, inspiration, ideas, or anything about film? Well, you've come to the right place. Born in Film and PhotoNation present Film Factor Podcast. Follow us on our social platforms at Born in Film on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook.
Type of color film.
Our proud generation of visual storytellers, young and old alike, across all gender, beyond ethnicity, thriving in an online community. Built in the Philippines for the world. From the streets of Intramuros to the ringing bells of Chalon-sur-Saône, atop the great mountains of the Himalayas to the deeps of the Great Barrier Reef. Across Asia, Europe, Oceania, Africa, and the Americas. We will tell stories. We are PhotoNation, and the passion will live on.
PhotoNation. And PhotoNation.
now to your regularly scheduled program.
When your camera is made by Kodak, you know it's good.
Tonight, I'd like to show you one of the world's great cameras, Tonight I'd like to show you a new idea in picture taking.
Mr. Gorbachev, tear down this wall. I have a dream that one day this nation will rise up.
I see the picture in my mind's eye, and I give it to you as the equivalent of what I saw and felt.
We choose to go to the moon.
It's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
We will never forget that we are analog human beings.
My job is to be authentic.
We all love stories. We're born for them.
Coming to you live from Stratobox Studios in Manila, Philippines.
Can you hear me? Ayun. Good evening, everyone. Speak ba ako? Can you hear me? Speak ako. Good evening, everyone. Welcome back. Yeah. Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to the Retrospect. So, for those who are just new here, the Retrospect is a show where we created to talk about some of the things that we have done in the past, and of course, some of the things that are happening for the previous week. So, and tonight we'll be discussing, since I know na medyo kakatapos lang ng Chinese Lunar New Year. So, for tonight we'll be talking about Photowalks, and at the same time yung Chinese New Year na ginagawa natin every year. So, with me tonight are some of our friends from PhotoNation. So, unahin natin of course, si Madam Liza. Hi, Madam Liza. Ay, nawala. Yan. Hi, Madam Liza. Good evening.
Hello, friends. Na-miss ko naman mag-live.
Oo nga. Ayan.
Hello, everyone.
Welcome, Madam. Ayun.
Happy
And
Lunar New Year sa inyo.
yes. Gong Shi Fat Chai. Sabi nila.
Yes.
Ayun. Nandito na rin si Pao. Ayan. Si Eunece, nandito rin. Hi, Eunece. Good evening.
Good evening po.
Hi. Ayan. Si Pao. Nandito na rin ba si Pao?
Hello. Good evening, everyone.
Wala kang video. Ayan.
Wala.
And we're still waiting for si Bryanne to join us in a bit. So siguro simulan ko na yung kwentuhan natin tonight. So we talked about just recently, simulan ko with Eunece. Kasi si Eunece just submitted or kaka-post lang niya nung napakagandang storya niya about Chinese New Year, PhotoNation, yung ginagawa natin or yung nakasanayan natin na ginagawa every year. So, ayun. So, I think nagkaka-glitch lang si Eunece. Ayan. Eunece, so ikaw na muna unahin natin for this. So, how did you feel? Nakamute ka, Eunece, yan. How did you feel na when we opened up yung parang topics that are or might be discussed for this coming week? How did you feel na ikaw yung napili na will be writing about this, yung Chinese Lunar New Year?
Kabado po. Sobrang kabado po kasi first time ko lang pong magsulat ng article. Tapos hindi ko po ma-explain. Yun po, hindi ko po siya ma-explain kasi sobrang new po ako dito sa pagsusulat. Pero, medyo excited din kasi talagang passion ko din naman po yung pagsusulat. Yun po, excited na kinakabahan po, ganon.
Ayun, and we are actually seeing yung sinulat ni Eunece na article. And for those who are wondering, we just released yung Spotify audible version nitong article ni Eunice, and it's one of the first audibles na we wanted to do nga. So for this, Eunice, ano sa tingin mo yung naging challenge for you? Speaking to the photographers, si Bryanne is here, and I think yung iba pa natin nakasama, si Jace saka si Sir Raymond will be si Sir Raymond kasama natin bukas. Ikaw, ano yung mga tingin mo na naging challenges for you writing this article?
For me po, una po siguro kay Sir Raymond kasi kilala ko na po siya. Parang since 2018 po. Fina-follow ko na po siya. Then, andun po siguro yung hiya na, pro na to. Nakakahiya pong makipag-usap sa... Ayun po, nakakahiya po makipag-usap sa isang parang kilala na known photographer po. Then, medyo siguro po yung isa po sa hindrance is yung online dahil hindi po nagkakatagpo yung schedule namin nila Sir Bryanne, nila Sir Jace. And siguro po, yun po, ako din po, personally, wala akong idea when it comes po talaga sa photography, especially nga po yung sa na-interview ko po kay Sir Bryanne. Yung when it happened.
Oo. Oo, totoo yun. That's actually a challenge nga. And I understand yung naging... Ayun na si Kyle or si Bryanne is with us tonight. Ayun, hi. Siguro yun nga, tuloy natin yung kwento ni Eunice. For the article itself, ano yung sa tingin mo yung tumatak sa'yo na portion about it? Siguro from each of the photographers that you interviewed.
Ako, personally kay Sir Raymond po, talagang natutunan ko na, hindi naman natutunan, pero siguro na-impart niya po sa akin yung sa interview pa lang or sa written interview pa lang na talagang sobrang kung gaano kahirap yung role ng photographer, especially nga po, nakamask ka, hindi mo makita yung emotion ng subject mo. Then kay Sir Jace talaga yung gusto ko yung sabi niya na sa team niya nung 'di ba ano po siya, photowalk leader. Ang natutunan ko po sa kanya is enjoy nyo lang, chill nyo lang, relax lang, walang pressure. Enjoy, respetuhin nyo lang yung kasama nyo dun sa photowalk nyo. Then kay Sir Bryanne, sobrang laki po ng impact nun kasi talagang yung analog, talagang hindi po ako familiar doon sa totoo lang. Hindi ko alam na may film pa talaga. And ang natutunan ko sa kanya is to try po siguro yung analog or gumamit ng mga film. Ganun po. Yun po yung natutunan ko. Each subject po.
Kumbaga nga siya todos ricados yung sinulat. And siguro, for you, Eunice, ano sa tingin mo yung mapupulot ng mga readers or what can they since we're in a pandemic, di ba, hindi tayo makalabas, and what can articles like these help? Go ahead, Eunice. Ano yung maitutulong nitong mga articles na ganito para sa'yo?
Ako po, personally, ang talaga natutunan ko is yung sa analog nga po. Talagang, nung nalaman ko po siya, gusto ko na po siyang i-promote. Gusto ko na po siyang i-promote na, ay, gamitin nyo to, alamin nyo to, kilalanin nyo to, dahil sobrang ganda niya. Sobrang ganda po ako po personally, sobrang ganda nung analog photography. Hindi lang siya luma, hindi lang siya film, but there's something po na gusto ko din pong aralin. Dahil po sa article na to, talagang gusto ko siyang aralin. Gusto ko po siyang gamitin. Gusto ko po siyang i-explore. Yan po.
Nakamute pala ako, sorry. So, Eunice, please do invite them, our viewers, to check out yung sinulat mo. At the same time, pakinggan nila yung ni-record mo din at the same time. Go ahead.
Ini-invite ko po kayo na pakinggan po sa Spotify yung The Beauty of Festival Through Different Lenses. And sabay-sabay po tayong matuto, sabay-sabay po tayong ma-excite, sabay-sabay po tayong alamin pa po yung behind or yung perspective po ng photographer, especially po sa mga ganitong event.
Ayun. Thank you, Eunice. Punta naman tayo kay Miss Liza. Kasi si Miss Liza, I think, tama, no? First sali mo. Hindi ka pa yung chief admin ng PhotoNation. Pero siguro para rin sila ma-refresh siguro yung mga members natin at the same time, they get to have a yung tipong from a perspective of someone who just joined. Yung syempre kasi isa sa mga unang mararamdaman ng someone who's new, hindi naman niya kilala yung mga tao doon. How did you feel when you met us at the same time? Meron bang shyness? And yun nga, kasama mo rin si Manuel, di ba? Maybe it's also a good idea to bring along a friend with you, di ba? Para
or a special
Miss
friend. Ayun, yan, wala today sa train of thought. Pero, yan, syempre na-excite ako. Sabi ko nga, hindi ako makatulog kasi first time ko mag-photowalk, sabi ko magagamit ko na yung, kasi kakakuha ko lang nung time na yun, nung isang analog cam. So, excited ako i-try siya sa field. So, tapos, natitrail din ako mag-meet ng ibang photographers. So, yun, nakadagdag sa excitement. Tsaka, syempre, di ba, parang pag nandun ka, parang you feel safe. Kasi nga, kayo grupo na, meron pa kayong wristbands, di ba? Na para alam nyo na yun talaga yung grupo, safe yun. Yun ang susundan yung group. So, yun. Maganda na safe yung grupo. Tsaka, yung alam mong hindi ka lalayo.
Oo. I think isa sa mga pinaka-importante rin also yung value for safety. Kasi I think that's one thing na medyo naging from the past photo walks that have been happening, 'di ba? Yung parang security mo, syempre, ang dami diyan instances na masa-snatch o kaya may instances diyan na yung mga memorable experiences na, uy, naiwan ko yung camera ko sa ganyan. Di ba yung ganun? At least, you have a group. It's a good idea to have a group. At least, meron kang may magsasabi sa'yo, uy, nakalimutan mo. Yan na sa mga kalimutin. Tulad ko. Di ba? Minsan, it's also a good idea to have someone or people with you while you do your photo walks. And it might be also a good idea, di ba, to bring along someone.
Yes.
And go ahead.
Makaka-guide din sila. Like, kunwari, pag medyo nahirapan ka sa isang bagay, you can also consult them. They're very friendly naman kaya at ease ka sa mga kasama mo.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm. And ano yung Miss Liza, initial reaction mo when you met the group or when you saw the group? What was your first reaction and ano yung naging process? Whenever someone joins the photo walk, what do they do or what do they need to do? Go ahead.
At first, I was shy. But, alam mo naman, medyo, naman ako, may pagka-friendly naman. So, pag mag-approach ako ng isang kasama sa group, ngingiti naman sila. Tapos, nagpapakilala rin. So, I felt at ease with you guys right away. Tapos, ikaw din, lumapit ka sa amin, nagpakilala ka. So, alam mo talaga na itong group na to with good intentions at marami kayong natutulungan. Tapos yung tinatanong mo, yung may registration. So mag-pre-register ka muna dun sa meron kayong link and then bibigyan ka ng QR code. Tama ba? Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then tapos pagdating mo doon, bibigyan ka ng wristband. So yun yung parang parang marker na itong mga kasama mo, itong kasama sa photo walk. So, yun nga, for security rin. And then, may may poster ng yung The Gathering na papasign kayo initially bago mag-start yung mismong walk. So, kami doon, nag-sign and then We started sa sa may papunta tayo ng
Ito. Pinapakita natin yung QR code.
Oo. Sabi ko, tapos pinapakita mo, dine-demonstrate mo yung QR code para hindi magkawalaan. Then, alam mo yung mga pupuntahang places, parang may information yung mga lugar na pupuntahan, mga places to see, mga restaurants, di ba?
Yung paborito.
Siyempre, kailangan i-adjust ko yung mga food, alam mo naman.
Yun, since you mentioned nga na food trip and we're talking about Chinese New Year, para sa'yo, ano yung pinaka, doon sa mga, siguro doon na lang sa mga napuntahan natin, kasi we weren't able to go to all. Kasi yun nga ang problema pag Chinese New Year, ang daming tao, so ang haba ng pila, di ba? Ano yung food trip na natipuhan mo or nagustuhan mo?
Well,
Fried siopaw.
marami. Pero yun nga, yung fried siopaw, since you mentioned it, yan, isa sa mga favorites ko yan. So, talagang pinipilaan siya, at saka murang-mura lang din. At saka, anywhere pwede mo kainin, di ba? Hindi mo na kailangan ng mesa. Lalo na ngayon sa pandemic, di ba? Minsan, lalayo na lang tayo tapos kung gutom, di ba, kakain na lang. Kasi hindi na tayo stay sa enclosed area for, for safety rin.
Ayun. Miss Liza, we have some of your photos. I think ito yung mga nakunan mo nung photo walk na yun. So, yan, kwento mo na lang sa amin. Go ahead, please.
Oh, yan. May dumaan bigla na fire truck So, sabi ko, kunan ko, in action sila So, ang maganda sa street photography, na-document mo yung mga pangyayari. Hindi siya staged. So, yan. As it happens, yan.
Ganda. Next.
Yan. Kasi yung time na nag-photo walk tayo, yan yung parang a few days before parang i-launch yung, di ba pinaganda nila yung Jones Bridge?
Yes.
Yun. So, pinapaganda nga nila, nire-repaint yung arco. So, yan.
And then ito pa, yung isa sa mga pinaka-popular na pwesto or area sa Binondo. Yan. Escolta. Go ahead.
Escolta, yes. Napaka-interesting kasi ng Escolta. Marami siyang yung mga nakapaskil na posters at saka mga graffiti, mga art. So, ito I used a half-frame camera, analog din. So, na-maximize ko naman ng 36 shots kasi syempre dumoble, 72. So, maganda naman lumabas kasi parang yung yung nagde-divide na linya, parang it worked naman.
Right. Yan. And then yung last mo, Miss Liza, yung itong yan, di pwede mawala food.
Syempre, yan, yung sinasabi ko na nga na yung mga fried siopaw. So, kinunan ko dito yung hustle and bustle, yung mga in daily grind ng Binondo. So, tas ay yung mga delicacies na mahanap. Tapos, nagkataon lang yung half nung frame, nakunan ko yung parang usok na lumalabas. So, parang nangyari, parang yung isang frame, it worked naman.
Oo. Ayun. Miss Liza, kung meron kang if there's one tip that you can share with our viewers, what would it be?
It's good to start with a group. Kagaya yung photo walk na that we hold. Kasi unang-una for safety rin, maganda na lalo may mga dala tayo mga expensive gear or mga belongings nyo. Maganda pag may grupo kayo, mas parang alam mo yung feeling mo safe ka. Tapos wag din mahihiya mag-take ng pictures as it happens. Parang maganda na do-document mo kasi pag nababalikan mo, interesting siya. Tells a story.
Ayun, thank you Miss Liza. Siguro puntahan naman natin si Kyle. Si Kyle kasi, yun nga, like what Eunice mentioned, maybe you would consider yan. Ikaw muna Kyle, what was your first experience? Kasi I understand, you joined us as a volunteer, di ba, ng Worldwide Photo Walk. So siguro let's start with that. And maybe you can walk us through some of the innovations that we did. Like, kasi yung naabutan ni Miss Liza was yung na-apply na natin yung mga kumbaga yung mga naging nahirapan tayo ng Worldwide Photo Walk, ito mas maayos na nung kay Miss Liza. So, baka pwede mong balikan. Ano ba yung mga nahirapan tayo ng Worldwide Photo Walk and how was the experience? Go ahead.
Okay. So initially, yung Worldwide Photo Walk, yun yung parang first massive event ng Born in Film na napuntahan ko. And then, yes, we started sa planning. And then we gather logistics from we have this parang call for volunteers. And then the day came, and then you will never really know kasi what problem may arise until the day itself. So, may mga ibang challenges na parang biglaan, pero kaya naman siyang i-resolve. Basta andun lang yung parang communication within the team. And then, especially if kung kaya namang i-resolve yung issue alone or nang mabilisan and you don't have to reach for like kunyari kay Sir Franz. And then I think that will help make the event like flawless as much as possible. And then during that time, edi parang yun na rin yung naging pattern namin on doing other events like yung gathering, like yung sa Beyond the Photo Walk. And then, nalaman namin or nakita namin na this strategy is effective. So, ayun.
Oo nga. And ang interesting dito kasi, there are things that they can do. Hindi lang siya yung basta lalakad ka lang, magpo-photo ka lang. I think that's one thing that we made clear na what we really wanted. And also, yung parang hassle kasi, some of the things, of course, kasi first time namin mag-set up ng photo walk that was that big, di ba? Parang around 700 or 800 participants came in. And we never really expected na it would be that huge, di ba? Yung attendance and everything. And I think partly, isa sa naging kasalanan natin, naging problema natin was yung haba ng pila. Kasi everybody wanted to go in, di ba? And of course, some of the things, And that's some of the things that we learned, and at the same time, we applied na dun sa the gathering. Diba? So, Kyle, balikan natin yung mga learnings mo when doing the photo walk. You also joined us dun sa Chinese New Year. Ano yung mga, para sa'yo, yung mga tumatak na mga ginagawa natin during the photo walk?
Siguro one thing na i-share ko is during the photo walk, I only have this like one digital camera alone. And then I find it hard to take photos kasi I don't have much lens. So yung shots ko is it varies to a single viewpoint lang. So kasama dapat siya sa preparation na you have to be prepared na you have this like extra battery, or when you're using film, you have extra film. Kasi you will never know if enough is enough. Especially during nung Beyond the Photo Walk, I mean, pre-pandemic, napaka-festive, it's so lively. And, ayun lang, parang you wouldn't want to miss each second. So, you have to take photos of everything. So you have to be prepared talaga. Yeah.
Ayun. As an analog photographer, Kyle, aside from those that you mentioned, ano pa yung dapat mong alalahanin? Like for example, aside from bringing extra film, di ba? Ano pa yung mga, would they need lenses? Kailangan ba I mean, pag ganito na maraming tao, do you suggest or would you suggest to bring lots of things? Di ba? Siyempre, mahirap pag marami kang dala.
Ako kasi, backpacker. So, I make sure I organize lahat. I mean, I have this checklist na like andun lahat ng kailangan ko. And when you're on ground naman, especially when taking photos, you still have
to have this communication with, let's say, you're taking a photo of someone. So you have to ask them if okay lang ba na take photo of them. So it's not only being prepared by the equipment, it's also being prepared to exchange with other people. Because I think that's the essence of having a photo walk. Not only like taking shots, it's only a exchange then with other fellow photographers within the community. So yeah.
Ayun. As a photographer, Kyle, na ito nga, dumasali ng photo walk, nagpupunta ng Binondo, what's the most, or ano yung pinaka nami-miss mo sa Binondo right now?
Siguro what I miss about being on the scene, like pre-pandemic, is the people. I mean, seeing crowds, not only from our team na who join photo, but Filipinos uh, who enjoy or who dive into this kind of culture na parang proudly na part kasi to ng being a Filipino and celebrating Chinese Filipino cultures. So that's what I miss. I mean, seeing people into events. Kasi ngayon, it's very hard to have crowds for safety. Yeah.
Since you mentioned nga na ito nga, we're in a pandemic, how does yung mga sinulat ni Eunece, we understand she interviewed you. How do you think na yung ito nga yung discussions or yung pagkikwento in retrospect ng mga bagay na nangyari would help people cope up during the pandemic? Importante to, di ba? What do you think?
Yeah, I think especially when we talk about the passion. I mean, of course, you will see less people doing, let's say, film photography. So I think this, let's say, the article or like a video like this will enlighten some people who are interested in doing the hobby, or I mean, para siyang like an eye opener, or that term na this skill or this hobby is not dead, and there are still people who makes it thrive, and we are one of that. And yeah, it's just paying forward to who help us, who helped me, and we just parang pass it forward to those people who are interested in the hobby.
Right. And then maganda rin kasi siya for those who are watching, especially those who are fairly new to this craft. We understand na ang daming mga new analog photographers who are popping up. At the same time, marami ring mga digital photographers from smartphones. Ngayon, nag-DSLR na sila. And articles or discussions like this would really help introduce them or immerse them into this field. So, Kyle, punta muna tayo sa ano. You sent us photos. Baka you'd like to share. Alam ko isa sa mga paborito natin gawin right after the photo walk is, sige, ikaw na magkwento. Go.
Okay yung photo, sorry.
Yeah, ito muna tayo sa first.
Okay. So, after events, we usually hang out, especially sa headquarters ng Bryanne Film. And what we love doing in the headquarters is diba, nag-photo walk, ganun. So we have the film. So we have something to experiment on. So we develop films kasi it's allowed and it's a part of like perks of joining Bryanne Film actually. And this time, it was my first time on doing that is, syempre I'm scared kasi I know na I took like wonderful shots, but what if mag-fail siya pag dinevelop, I mean, self-develop. So, I think yung experience na to is one of the things that I will never forget of being a part of Bryanne Film. Kasi not only it's educational, but only you get to experience a lot of like the process of doing this and the outcome. I mean, pag lumabas na yung film, I can't explain the feeling, pero alam mo yung feeling na yes, yung gano'n.
And ano yung ano for you, what's in terms of developing dito sa Stratobox, ano yung pinaka nami-miss mo na part? Is it Yung paghahalo ng chemicals or yung pinaka-outcome itself?
Yung nag-a-agitate ng ng
Nakakabwisit, di ba?
kasi kailangan may timing. Pero kidding aside, I think nakaka-miss din is yung the team na we had before. I mean, the people who are in there na i-share same sentiments on what you're doing.
Ayun. Thank you, Kyle. And siguro puntahan naman natin si Pao who's with us tonight. And may ginawa kasi kami, for those who are wondering kung ano yung ginawa namin. Nung Chinese New Year kasi, actually katawaan lang namin. We never really wanted to, parang lang to kumbaga parang joke nga lang din. Nagsimula tayo sa joke. And then we realized na parang something pwede natin gawin, di ba? And we tried to do it. We went to Discord kasi we have this platform that we call Discord. And dito sa Discord, nakakapag tayo, we get to talk to the members. So kung hindi pa kayo nakakasali, please do join our Discord. And sige Pao, ikwento mo na yung ginawa natin.
Ayun nga, bago mag Chinese New Year, ng gabi is nagkakalukuhan kami, parang sa Google Maps, yung street view. Tapos, ayun nga, nakita ko yung Stratobox sa street view. Tapos sabi ni Sir Franz, pwede kaya tayo mag-photo ng virtual? So ayun, naisip namin, magpunta kami ng Binondo, virtual photo walk, and ayun nga, nag-invite kami ng ibang members to join us.
And I think isa yan sa mga, parang, siguro isa na yan sa traits natin lahat. Ayan, sila Kyle, sila Liza, sila Eunece. I think that's one trait that we have here in the team na we're very much for innovation, di ba? Yung mahilig tayo mag-innovate at the same time. Napaka-creative yung consistency nung buong team natin. And ito nga yung ginawa namin. So we went to Discord and yun lang, nag-ikot lang kami and we shared or kinuwento namin nila Pao yung mga ginagawa namin during the photo walk. And at the same time, binigyan namin sila ng tips, di ba Pao? Yung mga tipong, dito sa kanan dito yung bilihan ng ganito. Pag pumunta ka sa kanan, dito yung taste, yung ying-ying, di ba? Yung mga
Actually,
kainan.
puro food nga eh.
Oo, puro mga food and yung mga tips. So, para doon sa mga nanonood, if you haven't yet joined Discord, sali lang kayo doon kasi we will try to do more of this. Ikaw Pao, but what do you miss most about Photowalks? Kasi ikaw, we understand, ikaw naman, yung perspective mo, you haven't yet joined, di ba? Yung Photowalk ng Born in Film and PhotoNation. So, from the outside looking into this, saan ka na-excite siguro in the coming, siguro pag nilift na yung veil ng pandemic, saan ka na-excite or what are you looking forward to?
Na-excite ako na magkaroon ng more subjects na mapicturean kasi dito sa subdivision namin parang 3 beses ko na nakuhanan lahat, kaka-photo walk ko every morning. So, more subjects na makuhanan, syempre kasama mga tao, may company ka na kasama, and ayun nga, siguro yung pagkikipaghalubilo na rin sa kapwa photographers. Yun siguro yung nakaka-excite para sa akin pag nag-lift na yung pandemic.
Ayun. Thank you, Pao. Magbasa muna tayo ng mga comments. Ito yung pumapasok na yung mga comments. Again, for those who are tuning in, huwag kayo mahiya. Mag-chat lang kayo or mag-comment lang kayo dito and we'll try to read them all. And if you have any questions para dun sa mga guests natin for tonight, feel free to send your questions. Ito. Sabi ni Nina, who's watching, sabi niya, food trip walk. Yun, parang bago yan eh. Nagulat tayo. Alam mo, nangyayari yan sa Born in Film na photo walk. Yung parang instead na nag-usap-usap kami, ayan si Kyle lang yan. Nag-usap-usap kami na, uy, mag-shoot tayo. Pero ako, normally hindi ako nakapag-shoot na. Kasi nakatutok ako dun sa live. Minsan nag-live ako. Minsan nagkakwentuhan kami. Minsan nanghihingi ng stickers yung mga kasama. Hindi na ako nakapag-shoot. So, from all of them, dun masaya na ako dun. At least na nakakasama sila. So minsan anong nangyayari, puro pagkain kami. Si Liza alam din niya. So yun. So nagiging food trip po.
Basta pagkain, no? Si Liza.
Ito, Liza, may tanong ako sa iyo about food. So may mga, siguro ang dami natin hindi na-try. I mean, hindi natin napuntahan kasi mahaba yung pila. among those na you're familiar with na hindi mo pa natatry, what are you parang ano yung gustong-gusto mong i-try in Binondo na food or resto?
Mahilig kasi ako sa dim sum, so I wanna try each one. Kasi,
Dami
hindi naman lahat. Pero, for comparison, gusto ko, kasi maraming di ba, meron din yung mga noodles, yung masuki.
Right.
Yun, gusto ko masubukan din.
Oo, tsaka para doon sa mga nanonood tonight, if you're not familiar, may dalawang or may iba't ibang klase ng dim sum. Kasi para sa atin, I mean, for the others na naman, when you say siomai, di ba kaya pare-pareho, or dim sum, pare-pareho ang siomai. Hindi ho, there are actually two types. Pag taga Northern China ka, iba yung way or style nila of cooking the dim sum. Di ba yung parang boiled. So pag nagpunta kayo doon sa, anong tawag dito? Sa, ano ba yan? Ano yung Kyle? Yung mahaba yung pila. Ano ba to? Hindi. Dim sum. Dongbei. Kapag bumili ho kayo sa Dongbei, yung ino-offer nila doon, yung binibenta nila, is dim sum from Northern China. So, syempre sa Northern China, malamig. When you order or when you eat food there, syempre, gusto nila yung maanghang, gusto nila yung medyo boiled, ganyan. So, ganun yung style nila. When you eat at Ying, o kaya dun sa Yingying, yung style of cooking the dim sum nila, medyo iba rin. So, ito yung steamed, di ba? Yung nakasanayan natin na ano. Pero if you would ask me, kasi napuntahan ko na-try ko na rin yung both dishes na, I mean, there mismo. Iba. When you go to Beijing, iba yung lasa, one. And hindi siguro kasi since we are yung karamihan ng mga Chinese who are based also in the Philippines, mas sila kumbaga yung common taste buds siguro nila are from mga Cantonese, mga Southern Chinese. So yun baka when you travel siguro when pag wala ng pandemic, yun I suggest try nyo kasi yun nga, and kung kayo, I mean you want to try it now, you can go to Binondo. Try nyo na yung sa Dongbei. So, ayun.
Siguro, rin ng picture, no? Yung pagkain para ma-share din nila. Pwede na i-share sa PhotoNation. So, di ba?
Yes, oo. Tsaka, ano yun, when you go to Dongbei, dun mismo nila lulutuin nila ng fresh sa harapan nyo. So, nakakagutom. Nagutom ako. So kayo, I mean, since nandito na kayong lahat, pag-usapan naman natin yung after the pandemic. Ano yung mga, if for example, we'll do a photo walk in Binondo or mag-photo walk na tayo ulit, kunyari Chinese New Year, for example, ano yung unang gusto nyong gawin? Kasi syempre, lahat tayo sabik tayo na, uy, anong unahin nyo? Pagkain, shoot, o ano? Kunyari, as in, pwede na yung maramihan na tao, as in, kuyog na dikit-dikit. Simula tayo kay Miss Liza. Go ahead.
Ako kasi, hindi ko pa na-experience yung talagang Chinese New Year sa Binondo. So, yung anything na may action, like yung mga dragon dance, yung lion dance, I mean, yung dragon, that's something new to me na pipicturean. So, in action, since nakita ko yung mga dati yung photos from The Gathering 2, nainggit ako Sabi ko, I wanna be there and I wanna experience this. So, at di ba may mga apoy-apoy pa. So, I wouldn't wanna miss this. Yung pagkain, andyan lang naman yan Pero, this one, yung mga action shots, it's something you wouldn't wanna miss. So, yeah.
Very festive, no?
Yeah.
Eunece, ikaw Eunece, dun sa mga napagkwentuhan natin, ano yung tingin mo? Kunyari magkakaroon tayo na in-invite ka namin. Eunece, sama ka sa amin. Ano yung una mong nilook forward to? Yan. Go ahead, Eunece. Ay, nakuha mo ba? Ay, sige. Yan, balikan natin. For example, wala nang ita-type na lang natin. Pero, ayan, punta muna tayo kay Pao. Ikaw muna, Pao. Ayan. for example, nilift na yung veil ng pandemic, ano yung una mong gagawin? Would it be a shoot o magfo-focus ka muna sa pagkain?
Pwede
Go
naman
ahead.
sigurong pwede naman sigurong sabay, 'di ba? Kakain habang nagsushoot. Pero ayun nga, gusto ko rin matry yung food ng Binondo kasi ilang beses pa lang ako nakapunta doon and gusto ko rin mapicturean yung mga abo-abubot doon, yung mga Lucky Charms ng Chinese. So yan yung linolook forward ko pag nag-lift na yung pandemic.
Ayun. And makapunta dito. Ayun. Si Pao, gusto niyang bumisita dito eh. Kaso hindi pa pwede. Ikaw, Kyle. Ikaw. Si Kyle, balita ko marami na rin i-develop yan. Dapat pupunta nga yan dito eh. Go ahead, Kyle.
Okay. Nung bata kasi ako, lagi kaming nasa Binondo, Santa Cruz area. And then right now, wala kaming chance to visit dahil nga pandemic. Siguro, if allowed na ulit yung ganito, I would bring my lola because we always go there nung bata ako. And then, we will just relive the moment, especially during Chinese New Year. Kasi nung bata ako, we do that. And right now, we can't kasi nga gawa ng pandemic and we have elderly. So I think yun yung gagawin kong una to relive those moments na I did before.
Ayun, ganda naman ng nito. Look natin si let's go back to Eunece. Ayan. Eunece, ikaw. Go ahead. Ayan, nakamute ka lang, Eunece. Go ahead. Ayan.
Hello po. Okay na po?
Yes, go ahead.
Siguro po pagkain po. Never po ako nakapunta sa Binondo ever since.
Seryoso?
Kaya yun po siguro.
Nako.
Divisoria lang po ako, sir.
Ayan. Ikaw yung isa sa una naming isasama sa Binondo. Ayun. Ayan, nag-comment si Mira. Hi Mira, good evening. Hello. Ayan. Tsaka si Aimee rin pala nanonood. Sabi niya, listening while working. So, ayan. Ayun. And siguro let's buuin na natin yung episode natin. So, siguro for your last thoughts, ano sa tingin nyo or what do you think should or ano yung tingin nyo na pwede pa nating or pwede pang ma-experience ng mga tao if they join Photowalks? Or ano yung, kasi ang daming mga bago, ang daming mga haven't yet experienced Photowalk or even Binondo like Eunece. Ano sa tingin nyo yung maipapayo nyo sa kanila or based on your experience, what can you share to them? And si Mark din pala, looking forward daw. Nako Mark, wag ka mawala pa, nag-photowalk na tayo. Siguro let's begin with Pao muna and siguro let's end with Liza. Go ahead, Pao.
Siguro ang maipapayo ko lang pag nag-photowalk tayo is enjoy lang siguro tayo and lagi nating unahin yung safety. Tsaka let's learn from each other, yung mga kasama natin. Maganda yun na natututo tayo sa iba kasi may ibang perspective na hindi lang sa atin, sa perspective din ng iba.
Very well said. Kyle or Bryanne, go ahead.
Siguro same with Sir Pao. Especially yung photo walk kasi it's parang continuous learning platform for fellow photographers. So, whenever may leader na would teach you or would correct something from you, let's say from your photo, do not be offended because especially in Born in Field now, we are very open to everyone as well as we are very open to helping each other. Yeah. So don't be scared to ask actually. Because doon din ako nag-start.
Thank you, Kyle. Yan. Mahihiyain yan si Kyle dati. Tinawa naman, di ba? Very na. Ayun. Eunece, ikaw. Siguro, let's go to your article. Ano pa yung pwede namin abangan or ano pa yung mga gusto mong isulat other than Chinese New Year? Go ahead. Or ano pa yung gusto mong ikwento? Go ahead.
Ako po, gusto ko po kapag mag-write na ako or magsusulat po ako ng article, siguro gusto ko na po yung experience ko na po. Ako na po mismo yung first hand na naka-experience po dun sa event na yun. And looking forward pa po to more articles.
Ayun. And congratulations, Yunil. Ay, Yunil to eh. Napagsama ko yung Eunece Yumul. Eunice, congratulations. Again, kung hindi nyo pa na papakinggan or hindi nyo pa nababasa yung article Eunice, you can go to www.bornandfilm.com. Miss Liza, final thoughts. Go ahead, please.
Yeah, unang-una, congratulations, Eunice, because I work with her also with her article.
Yes.
Ako, I'm so proud of you. So, sabi ko, first time, parang hindi, kasi ang galing-galing eh. Parang batikan na. So, yung photo walk natin, marami natututunan, like sabi nila, Pao at ni Bryanne. Kasi, pag andun face-to-face, you can share. Parang, kunwari may dala silang camera na, kunwari hindi mo pa natatry. Tapos, ano naman very kind naman yung mga kasama mo, they'll let you try. So, parang na-experience mo rin yung ibang medium. So, you learn from them also. And then you ask, parang tour din yung nangyayari na photo walk. Parang kang turista somehow. And then you learn. Marami kang matututunan pag uwi mo, happy ka. And that's why I joined Photowalks because of the learning experience. Tapos pag uwi sa bahay, may hangover pa ako eh. Tapos naghahanap ko, kamusta na kaya yung mga kasama ko sa photo walk? Tapos parang gusto mong makita rin yung photos nila kasi nakita mo yung iba-iba yung angles nila. So you learn from them. Ay, okay pala yung angle yung ganito. So, yun. Tapos, di ba, naghanap na ako sa, sana may group chat itong photo walk na to. And the form yung messenger chat natin. So, tuloy-tuloy yung usapan. And you meet
Hindi na napuputol.
Oo. So, yun ang maganda sa Born in Film, itong ating samahan. Tsaka, yun nga, you share sa PhotoNation also kasi ang ganda ng experience pag, kunwari, you have a nice shot, you share it to our members, na-inspire sila eh. At tapos, pag nakuha ka na maraming likes, parang mas lalo kang nabuboost, gusto mo ulit gawin. So, I encourage you to post sa PhotoNation.
Miss Liza, may nagtatanong, yan si Frederick, pwede ba daw sumali yung mga naka-smartphone lang?
Naman, syempre. Lahat yan. Inclusive tayo eh. So, either analog, mobile phone,
drone,
pwedeng mga pinhole camera, kahit anong camera. Basta lahat,
webcam.
Webcam, why not? Pwedeng videos din, pwede kayo mag-vlog. Di ba? Welcome lahat.
Mm-mm. Ayan, si Miss Amy rin pala who's watching from Canada. Ayan, hi Miss Amy, good evening. Ayan, ganda ng mga kuha niya, ng mga flowers, di ba? So yun. I think siguro as a final note, based dun sa mga napagkwentuhan din natin tonight, I think isa sa pinaka-importante nga, like what they mentioned, is being part of something, di ba? Kasi lahat tayo for the longest time during this pandemic, we're alone, di ba? Yung either alone tayo or isolated tayo. I think ako rin, personally, when the veil of the pandemic gets lifted, I think one of the things or one of the first things I would do is do a photo walk, di ba? Isasali ako sa photo walk. Maaring PhotoNation or maaring kahit saan man, di ba? Para lang ma-experience ko or mabalikan ko ulit yung feeling or yung pakiramdam. Ang ano lang natin ngayon is, I think kung one of the changes probably is if yung safety yung kino-concern natin before, I think part of it will also be included yung safety at the same time yung health ng bawat isa. So, mas malinis na, probably, sana. Isa sa mga naging problema or one of the things that we noticed then during photo walks is yung trash, di ba? Around the place. When you go around Binondo, makikita nyo ang dumi ng yung mga basura. Sorry. Yung mga basura na nakakasalubong natin, nagkalat lang, di ba? Sana ngayon, natuto na or matuto na yung mga tao when the veil of the pandemic gets lifted na wag lang tayo basta magtapon, 'di ba? Maging malinis tayo, hindi lang sa katawan natin, kundi sa kapaligiran natin. And I think the culture itself, or yung photo walk, or the photo walk thing that we do, I think it's part of already the culture. It's already part of culture during Chinese New Year in Binondo. Kasi sabi nga namin minsan, aside from the Nazareno, which happens in January, isa sa mga baptism of fires ng mga photojournalist or yung mga baguhan or even photographers, just to experience what's happening in the field, is to join events like Chinese New Year and yung Nazareno man. So, and kumbaga parte na yung lalo na for visual storytellers who are or who want to explore more or learn more. So with that, we'd like to thank everyone, and we hope na hindi na tumagal ba yung pandemic. For those who are watching, please do get boosted kung hindi pa kayo nabo-boost. And magpa-vaccine na kayo kung hindi pa kayo nagpa-vaccine. And plug lang natin bago tayo magtapos. Siguro kayo muna pala. Baka you'd like to greet anyone or may gusto kayo i-promote. And invite nyo sila sa Instagram nyo. Ikaw muna, Bri. Go ahead.
Okay. So I have some of my shots on my Instagram account at Bryanne Japzon. And then if you have any questions, I'm open to... You can message me actually. Yeah.
Ayan. Thank you, Kyle. Yan. Miss Liza.
Hello. Yan. So, share ko lang yung aking film account. So,
yeah.
Andyan lahat yung mga outcome ng mga ibang photo walks na nagawa kung saan-saan. So, yun, yun nga, kagaya rin ni Bryanne, message niya lang kami. Lahat kami sa team friendly. So, yan.
Ayun. Thank you. Pau.
Ayun, so guys, follow nyo yung Instagram ko. Halo-halo yan ng film tsaka digital. Lahat dyan nasa Instagram ko. And nanonood ata yung girlfriend ko eh. So, hello, Gia.
Ayun. Thank you, Pau. Eunece.
Hello po.
Go ahead.
Ayan po, una po, binabati ko po si Mama. Hi, Mama. Nanonood po siya. And ayan po, follow niyo po ako sa Instagram, Eunece Yumul. More on self-photography po ako dyan sa IG ko. Yun lang po.
Ayan. Thank you, Eunece. Ayan. And ako naman, syempre. Ayan. Follow nyo na lang. Andyan naman yung pangalan. So, plug ko lang to bago tayo magtapos. Again, we have our merch. Supportahan nun natin yung merch natin kasi itong mga merch na to, ito yung bumubuhay sa PhotoNation Academy and all of the things that we do. Alam nyo naman, when we have the community, hindi ho maubuhay yung community kung wala tayong merch o kaya wala tayong funding. So, through this, ayan, mga suot nila yung ating mga merch. Through this, nakakapag-fundraise ho tayo para nakagawa tayo na mas marami pang photo walks, yung mga minention ni Eunece, ni Kyle na wristbands, stickers, and everything. Libre ho yun kapag sumali kayo ng photo walk. So, doon ang gagaling. That's how we generate the funding. And of course, kung naghahanap kayo ng printing options, meron na ho tayong bago kasi I know maraming mga photographers sa grupo natin na naghahanap ng printing options para sa mga photos nila. And to be honest, ginawa natin to kasi para makagawa tayo ng mga exhibits. So, para makatipid tayo, in-house na natin lahat. And we'd like to share that to our community. So if you'd like to have your photos printed, just message us or go to the website. You can click the QR code and it will bring you to dun sa mga options. So we have calendars, we have bookmarks, we have postcards, and yung mga prints. So just go there. So with that, we'd like to thank everyone. Maraming salamat ho to Miss Liza, to Bri, to Pau, and to Eunece. And we hope to see you again next week sa nakalimutan yung hindi. We hope to invite you again to join us here at the Retrospect ng Film Factor Podcast. It's a new podcast na sana maging successful kasi for the longest time, naghahanap tayo ng something like this na kwentuhan lang about stuff, about photography, about Born in Film and PhotoNation. So with that, we'd like to thank everyone who joined us tonight. Again, ako si Franz, and together with the Born in Film team. Thank you for joining us. Bye-bye. If you enjoyed this podcast, support PhotoNation by making a donation of any amount to borninfilm.com/support or click the link on the description. Your donation supports photographers across 100 countries worldwide.
One of the things that makes anything more enjoyable is being able to share it and being part of a community.
And quite frankly, what I get from PhotoNation is the fact that it's so non-judgmental.
They're so accepting of people, and I like that about PhotoNation, that people are willing to do that.
PhotoNation is hindi lang siya Filipino-based international group. Ano siya, one big happy family talaga siya.
PhotoNation is just one huge family.
I think probably the thing I like the most about PhotoNation is the fact that it's a supportive community, not there to score points.
PhotoNation, a platform that is no bashing.
It's you ask for help, you get help. The best part about PhotoNation is that everyone gets a chance to showcase their stuff. And if you ask, how did you get that? Can you teach me? The people respond and you're like, yeah, I'm actually learning things here.
We all started as a beginner, whether it's your self-taught or you learn from masters or you learn from YouTube. We should be humble enough to know and to accept that people who are willing to learn, we have to appreciate that because it's actually promoting the hobby or the passion that we love, which is photography.
Malaki talaga yung impact sa pag-i-improve ko as a photographer kasi hindi lang basics yung tinuturo, parang yung advanced stuff na.
I'm always welcome na idea na magkaroon ng isang community ang mga photographer. Yung imbis na magbangayan, nagtutulungan.
It feels really nice to be part of PhotoNation because of how active the group is. A lot of inspiration for me to take in.
Ko in-expect na ganito yung welcome ng PhotoNation sa akin.
Napagsama-sama ng PhotoNation ang mga photographer, anuman ang lahi nila.
I've met a lot of people from different regions sa country natin. Mas na-widen yung network ko.
Masaya kasi nakakapag-share ka ng free.
Yun na mas manada oportunidad. Pati health chances na mas kada grande di mi thinking about things na noy at na kalya ko nila.
Feel like I'm with a family that supports what I love and what I'm passionate about. Mararamdaman mo na may value yung gawa mo and mas nakikita mo na there is an opportunity for you to grow in this industry.
I joined Facebook a year ago and you are the first group I joined. One big international family. It's great to be part of PhotoNation International.
Aside from the photography memes, pinakagusto na ako sa PhotoNation is activities like Photographer of the Week and the mga Theme of the Week.
I was really happy to be featured as the Photographer of the Week. It really helps and boosts me.
One of the things I like about PhotoNation is the fact that it's not limited by any demographic, by any location, or by year.
Tuwang-tuwa ako. Siyempre, first time ko maging part ng isang member na may malaking community. Maganda experience ko.
Nakita na ko na daghang mga parehas na akong edad ang misulay og photography diri sa moa sa Bicol.
Nakatabang siya ka mo-grow ko as a photographer. Maka-inspire siya sa mga kasama na ko na bagungan pa. Pag-join ako aning PhotoNation kay at first kay nakulbaan ko ato kay international siya.
Pag-ayat ko ken to PhotoNation ken dagiti na dumaduma nga aktibidades
si Binobingo. Kas dagiti pasalit nga paka-recognizean dagiti kas kanyak nga adadamo si fotografiya.
Người ta thường hay nói rằng là khi mà bạn muốn đi thật là nhanh thì bạn đi một mình, nhưng mà khi mà bạn muốn đi xa thì bạn sẽ đi cùng với cả những người khác. Thành ra là khi mà tham gia vào những cái group chơi ảnh như là PhotoNation thì nó giúp mình là sẽ nhìn được thấy rất là nhiều bức ảnh đẹp, và qua đó thì và cũng người gặp rất nhiều là photographer giỏi. Thế thành ra là qua đó mình cũng được truyền cảm hứng hơn.
So, paano ako mag-join sa community? Uning, manahit kong bakal inspiration.
Yung first impression ko sa PhotoNation, walang toxic sa group. Parang dito sa PhotoNation nakaka-proud kasi parang nabibigyan ng voice yung mga Pilipino.
I think PhotoNation is there. It's kind of feel like home. Alam mong this group will help you grow.
Sobrang ganda ng podcast quality. Yun yung magagawa ng Pinoy. So, nakaka-proud din.
Nagulat din po ako lalo kasi almost around the world kasali po eh. Parang ang laki pong privilege sa akin na sa Philippines po nag-start tong PhotoNation.
Pinoy pride kasi nga 'di ba? Doon yung group is sa Pilipinas. So parang kaya natin makisabay at maliit tayong bansa.
I think PhotoNation parang for me yung always active na ako.
Swerte gid ko kay naging part ko sa group ni. Hindi gid malimtan ang opportunity kag hindi ko gid pagsayawan.
Marami akong natutunan, lalo yung sa masterclass.
PhotoNation expanded my global knowledge, especially regarding Filipino photography. The Philippines seems to be pretty excited and actively pursuing the craft.
Feeling ko na welcome ka talaga kasi may mga toxic na mga tao. Nakakaugmat na nakaka-inspire sinda ng mga picture ninda na pinapairing sa mga bawat saro.
That worldwide photo walk, my gosh, I was surprised that many people showed up and it brought tears to my eyes. It was brilliant. There's so much love. I think that's the best way to say it. There's so much love in this community.
The truth is, this is merely a setback. This is merely one huge mountain that we have to traverse.